Imagine you're lost in the wilderness with no food, no water, and no idea which way to go. Your phone is dead and night is falling fast. Are you prepared to survive? Most people aren't. Today I'm going to reveal 10 essential survival hacks that could be the difference between life and death. Ready to become a survival pro? Let's get started. Finding clean water out here is critical. Your body can only go a few days without it. Luckily, water is everywhere if you know where to look. Look for depressions in the ground where rainwater might collect, follow animal tracks downhill. They often lead to water, or search for lush vegetation. Now here's the catch, just finding water isn't enough. It needs to be safe to drink. You can build a DIY water filter using stuff you find out here. After a good rain, look for charcoal from a burned-out campfire. You'll also need some sand and a piece of cloth. Layer the charcoal and sand in the cloth, creating a basic filter. Carefully pour the water through the filter, and boom! You've got yourself cleaner water. To be extra safe, always boil your water if you can. Fire. It's more than just warmth, it's a lifeline in the wilderness. It's a signal for help, a beacon in the dark, a way to cook food, a morale booster, and a source of comfort. Let me show you a trick that could save your life. The steel wool and battery fire starter. This hack relies on a bit of luck. You need to find a discarded battery, which can often be found in old electronics or trash. Once you've got your hands on a battery, find some fine steel wool, which is often used for cleaning or polishing. Touch the wool to the positive and negative terminals of the battery, and watch the magic happen as it begins to spark. The electrical current will cause it to heat up rapidly, creating sparks and eventually igniting the wool, which can then be used to start a fire. No steel wool? No problem. A gum wrapper can do the trick too, and it's something you might have on hand. Twist it into a narrow strip and touch both ends to the battery terminals, ensuring the foil part makes contact. The foil in the wrapper will act as a conductor, creating a similar spark that can ignite tinder. Master this hack and stay one step ahead of the game. With these skills, you'll be prepared for any situation, ensuring warmth, safety, and survival in the wild. Exposure is a silent killer in the wilderness. Rain, wind, cold. They can sap your strength and will to survive faster than you think. But what if you don't have a tent or tarp? This is where a simple trash bag becomes your new best friend. It weighs next to nothing, takes up minimal space in your pack, and can be a lifesaver in a pinch. First, turn that trash bag into a makeshift poncho. Cut a hole for your head and drape it over yourself. Need something more substantial? Cut the bag open and use it as a waterproof cover for your shelter. You can drape it over branches, prop it up with sticks, or even create a basic lean-to. Staying dry and warm is crucial for survival. So next time you're packing for an adventure, don't forget the humble trash bag. Getting lost is unsettling to say the least. But what if you could navigate using nothing but the sun and a simple stick? It's called the shadow stick method. Find a straight stick about 1 meter long and push it upright into the ground. Mark the tip of the stick's shadow with a rock or another small object. Now wait, give it about 15 minutes and the shadow will have moved. Mark the new position of the shadow tip with another object. Draw a straight line between the two marks you've made. This line represents your east-west axis. With east and west established, you can easily determine north and south. With a little observation and this ancient technique, you can find your way. Out here, a minor cut or scrape can quickly turn nasty. Infection is a serious risk, especially if you don't have access to proper first aid. But don't worry, nature provides. One of the most readily available natural antiseptics is moss. Moss has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties. Look for sphagnum moss, which is often found in damp areas. Clean the wound as best you can with clean water, then apply a layer of moss directly to the affected area. Another natural wonder is wild honey. Honey has powerful antibacterial properties and can help speed up the healing process. Apply a thin layer of honey to the wound before bandaging it. These natural remedies can help prevent infection and promote healing until you can reach help. When you're lost and injured, every second counts. That's why signaling for help is crucial. But what if you don't have a whistle, flare gun, or any other signaling device? Believe it or not, a simple mirror can be your lifeline. Even a small compact mirror from a makeup kit can reflect sunlight over vast distances. Hold the mirror flat and reflect the sunlight onto your hand. Slowly adjust the angle of the mirror until you see a bright spot of light on your hand. This is your aiming point. Now, aim the reflected light at the horizon or any passing aircraft. The key is to create a flashing effect by quickly tilting the mirror back and forth. In clear conditions, a mirror signal can be seen from miles away, increasing your chances of being spotted and rescued. When hunger strikes in the wild, you gotta get creative. Your survival instincts kick in, and you start thinking outside the box. Fish are a fantastic source of protein, and they're often plentiful in lakes and rivers. They can provide the essential nutrients you need to keep going. But what if you don't have a fancy fishing rod? No worries. Your shoelace is about to become your new best fishing buddy. It's amazing how everyday items can be repurposed in survival situations. Find a sturdy stick for your rod and tie your shoelace securely to one end. Make sure the knot is tight. You don't want it coming loose when you hook a fish. For the hook, you've got options. Improvisation is key here. If you're lucky enough to have some safety pins in your kit, you can fashion them into surprisingly effective fish hooks. They are small, but strong, perfect for catching fish. No safety pins? No problem. Look for thorns on trees or bushes. Nature often provides what you need if you know where to look. Attach your improvised hook to the end of your shoelace, find some bait, yeah, insects work great, and cast your line. Bugs are usually easy to find and make excellent bait. Patience is key when it comes to fishing. It might take some time, but persistence pays off. With a little luck and a lot of patience, you'll be reeling in dinner in no time. The satisfaction of catching your own meal is unparalleled. The cold can be brutal, especially when you're exposed to the elements. Hypothermia is a real threat, and staying warm is essential for survival. But what if you're low on supplies and need to generate heat fast? Believe it or not, a simple candle can be your saving grace. We're going to turn a metal can into a mini heater. Find an empty metal can. A food can works perfectly. Carefully punch holes around the top and bottom of the can using a sharp object. Place a lit candle inside the can, making sure the flame is well below the holes. The metal can will absorb the heat from the candle and radiate it outwards, creating a surprisingly effective heat source. Place the can heater on a stable surface and enjoy the warmth. Staying warm is crucial for survival. We've already seen how a shoelace can become a fishing line, but its uses in a survival situation go far beyond that. This unassuming piece of string can be a versatile tool in your quest for survival. Need to build a shelter? Your shoelace can help you lash together branches, creating a sturdy framework. Trapping small game can be a challenge, but a shoelace can be your secret weapon. Use it to create a simple snare trap. Find a narrow path where animals are likely to travel, tie a loop in your shoelace and secure it to a nearby tree or rock. And in a true emergency, your shoelace can even be used as a makeshift tourniquet. Resourcefulness is key in a survival situation. So, next time you're looking at your shoelaces, see them for the versatile survival tools they can be. Hunger can drive you to desperate measures, but when it comes to wild plants, caution is key. The wilderness is full of unknowns and not everything green is good for you. Eating the wrong thing can lead to anything from an upset stomach to serious illness or even death. The consequences can be dire, and it's not worth the risk without proper knowledge. That's where the universal edibility test comes in. This test is a methodical approach to help you identify which plants are safe to consume. It's a series of steps designed to help you determine if a plant is safe to eat. Each step is crucial, and skipping any could be dangerous. But remember, this test is a last resort. Only use it if you're desperate for food and have no other options. Always prioritize finding known safe food sources first. First, separate the plant into its individual parts, leaves, stems, roots, etc. Smell each part carefully. This initial step can often reveal if the plant is immediately dangerous. Does it have a strong, unpleasant, or almond-like odor? If so, it's a bad sign. Such smells can indicate the presence of toxic compounds. Next, touch a small piece of the plant to your lips. This step helps to identify any immediate irritants. Do you feel any burning, itching, or tingling sensations? If so, ditch it. These sensations are clear indicators that the plant is not safe. Now chew a tiny portion of the plant, but don't swallow it. This allows you to test for any delayed reactions. Wait for at least 30 minutes and observe for any adverse reactions. Patience is key here. Rushing can lead to serious consequences. If everything seems fine, swallow the tiny portion and wait for several hours. This final step ensures that the plant is safe for consumption in larger quantities. Stay prepared. Stay alive. The wilderness is unpredictable. Share this video with friends and family because these skills aren't just useful, they're life-saving. And if you want more tips on how to stay prepared for anything, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay safe and stay smart.